Yes guys, welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we are back talking of course about Wrexham AFC, and today we've got another new/update video. The last one seems to go down an absolute treat. You all enjoyed it a lot, so yeah, we're back. We've got a couple of really interesting talking points as well today. So before we get going in today's video, make sure to get down there, click the red subscribe button if you are new to the channel, and of course if you are looking for all the best Wrexham AFC content over on YouTube, this is the place to be. Regular videos coming your way, of course. We've got big 6 games left of the season, so there'll be plenty of coverage coming on our promotion push. So like I said, get down there, click the red subscribe button, of course, turn the notification bell on so you're notified every time I upload a new video. And yeah, of course, if you always want to support the channel one step further, you can click the first link in the description down below and join as a member. Like I always say, check out the perks. You can use Wrexham custom emojis in the comment section of my videos. There's, like I said, some really cool perks and it helps the channel grow even further. So first talking point we're going to be talking on is, of course, every year Wrexham AFC publish their financial report, and of course this year has come out and there's a couple of big talking points to come from it. Just a short overview: the turnover increased from 5.972 million to 10.478 million. Loss went up from 2.913 million to 5.113 million, and the payroll at the club went up from 4.05 million to 6.9 million, and the amount owed to Reynolds Company Limited stands at £8.977 million. Now of course this financial report, before I get talking about it, obviously excludes the USA tour, the sponsorships with United Airlines, Stoke Cold Brew, and also it could exclude any possible kit sales that have been made this season. So the key talking points from this financial report, before we get going into it and looking into it further: the losses the club suffered were deemed necessary to allow the club to maximise its full potential in this shortest time. The club is under no immediate pressure to repay these loans. Further financial support will be provided to support the capital expenditure projects the club is currently planning, which includes increasing the capacity of the racecourse ground and development of a training facility. So more money is being put into, of course, improving the racecourse ground, which we know is going to be the COP, and hopefully, you know, our own training facility that is hopefully going to come in the next maybe year or two. Now the company's house did actually put the whole 32-page document, of course, Wrexham's financial report, and there's some really interesting talking points that I just want to overview quickly on this topic. Retail income has risen to 3.4 million. This is the first time in football that the retail income at a football club has outperformed any other revenue stream, and a quarter of the club's income did actually come from overseas. Crazy. I think probably we're going to be talking about retail kits being the main selling point of this. Of course, 3.4 million made from retail. I'd love to know how much did actually come from overseas fans buying shirts, buying merch in general from Wrexham AFC. So yeah, I'd love to see those figures. On the 26th of May 2023, Wrexham AFC paid Burton Albion an additional £25,000 on top of the £100,000 we paid for Tom O'Connor in 2022. Now, if we're going to gather anything from this extra £25,000 would either be for reaching a certain amount of appearances or that promotion bonus that might have been in that deal when we did sign Tom O'Connor. It's either going to be one of those two. £100,000 plus £25,000 for Tom O'Connor is an absolute bargain. Everyone was speculating it was going to be £300,000. Only paying £125,000 for Tom O'Connor when he's still very young and has impressed thoroughly in a Wrexham AFC shirt. What a bargain and what a bit of business this was. The average weekly first team wage at Wrexham AFC was £2,700, and yeah, this is where it gets interesting. In the 22-23 Vanarama National League season, we spent £1 million plus on players and had the costliest squad in National League history, coming in at 2.2 million. It of course paid off in the end, but I would have hated to have seen what it was like if we failed to get promotion last year from the National League. We spent a hell of a lot on players. You know, some of the players we signed that year: Sam Dolby, Ryan Barnett. I don't know if this includes weekly wages being paid for the players. Of course, we've got Elliot Lee, who might be on a big wage, but spending £1 million plus on players, I think, is something you never really see in the National League. And finally, the stadium development spending came in at £3.5 million. I'd like to hope that in that 3.5 million there we're spending on, of course, the Kop redevelopment. Now, the documentary isn't published on this financial report because apparently the money does get paid to the company Reynolds Limited instead of going straight into the club. So yeah, that is why you're not seeing any of the documentary revenue in this report. This report obviously shows that Wrexham AFC are in very, very good hands. We're doing very well financially, and with our turnover expected to double next year to around 18 to 20 million pound, it shows that Wrexham AFC are heading in the right upwards trajectory, and as a football club we are excelling massively. And it just shows what an investment this was from Rob and Ryan. £2 million they put into it in 2021. Not only have they taken a football club up to the Football League and possibly up 2 leagues in the matter of around 3 to 4 seasons, but they've put Wrexham on the map. We're now a global football team. We've seen we're massive overseas. A quarter of our revenue has come from overseas. We've got a 3-series documentary. They've taken this football club from what was, people described as nothing. It wasn't nothing, but of course Wrexham, we know, are a sleeping giant. We're a sleeping giant before the takeover. The potential was there. They've unlocked that potential and they've taken Wrexham from here to here, and it is only getting better at Wrexham AFC and with the ownership of Ryan and Rob. And of course, if we're looking at next year's turnover, this will obviously include new sponsors. We're bound to have new sponsors going into the 24-25 season. The USA Tour from last year, and of course we're having another one this year, possible promotion to League One, and of course the EFL TV rights that did come into place, of course, with our promotion to the Football League. So we're on the right tracks, and I'm intrigued to see what next year's report is going to look like. So yeah, let me know in the comment section down below what you think of this financial report. Did anything shock you from the overview that I gave? I think for me it's the Tom O'Connor, what bargain that was. We've absolutely robbed Burton Albion there. Swiftly moving on to our game at the weekend. I said it was a big game. I said I was confident. Wrexham AFC have come out with a 2-0 victory over, at the time, league leaders Mansfield Town. Incredible performance. 2 goals from Super Paul Mullin, which of course takes him to goal tally of 99. He needs 1 more goal to get to that century. Will he do it against Doncaster tomorrow? Let's hope so. I will be in attendance for that. It's going to be a good game, and let's hope we can get a big 3 points in that. I think in the first half, Mansfield looked a very controlled team. They were good on the ball. They had a couple of chances here and there, but of course Wrexham capitalised on them not taking their chances. Cleworth, what a ball down that channel to Andy Cannon. Andy Cannon put it in on a plate for Paul Mullin, who put home his 98th goal for Wrexham AFC. I mean, that goal was sublime. From the pass from Cleworth, which of course made the move and started the move, the ball in from Cannon and Paul Mullin tapping home. I wouldn't say it was undeserved, but I wouldn't say it was deserved at the same time. I think at that time Mansfield had the majority of the chances. We went into the break 1-0 to the good. Second half we came out a completely different team. Of course that goal, we started to exploit them a bit more, but in the second half we, like I said, we looked a completely different team. A lot more attacking threat, a lot more on the front foot, attacking them more, like I said, down the channels, putting the balls into the box, and of course Luke Bolton won the penalty. I think the less said about this the better. I'm not going to be biased on this one. It was outside the box, but not to complain. Paul Mullin lashed it in for goal 99 of his Wrexham AFC career. Of course, I think Bolton played really, really well in that game. He's found his feet and found his confidence in that second half, attacking the flank a lot more. His crossing looked better. And of course, he did that mazy dribble as well, which I think if he'd have shot, there was a very, very good chance it would have gone in. So yeah, very impressed by him. Took his chance in the first team well. And of course, this Mullin penalty did actually come from Mansfield putting the ball in the back of the net, but it was ruled out for a free kick. Davis Keeler-Dunn kicked the ball out of a Okonkwo when he did actually have 2 hands on the ball. Big turning point in the game. If this wasn't the case, if Arthur did only have 1 hand or didn't have 2 hands on the ball, then this would have been ruled out. Could be potentially big in Mansfield's race for promotion, but right decision from the referee. A very, very good spot, but from where we were, we couldn't really see it very well. Did actually look outside the box, but looking from the different angles, he was in the box. Christy Pym, the Mansfield Town goalkeeper, made himself look like a right idiot, going in front of the Wrexham fans, only for him to turn around and see that it was disallowed, and Wrexham win the game 2-0. I think that was definitely a day to forget for Pym. Now, if we're talking about man of the match, I'm going straight to our defenders. I'm going to say it's joint between Will Boyle and Max Cleworth. Both were instrumental in the win on Saturday. Boyle's comeback since that red card away at Newport County has been phenomenal. He's just got on, he's done the hard work, and he's looked very, very good. He's looked a lot more composed in the back line. He's good in the air. And like I said, you saw him in the games prior to Newport and the Newport game. He's a bit reckless, didn't really look all too comfortable, but like I said, he's found his feet now. He's composed. I think that's the main thing that has changed from Newport to now, and his comeback since that red card against Newport. Will Boyle looks a completely different defender, composed at the back. He's a good passer of the ball. Max Cleworth, he's just Cleworth at the end of the day, absolutely immense, a rock at the back. If I was Phil Parkinson as manager, he would be my first defender on the team sheet. Having looked at recent games, he might be the first player that I would put on the team sheet. He's got massive potential to be an absolutely incredible defender, whether that's at Wrexham AFC. Really, really do hope it is. I hope we can give him a long-term contract, or he could go on to do bigger and better things. And like I said, I hope it's at Wrexham AFC, and I hope we get promoted this year, which obviously increases Max Cleworth's chance of staying. He's a local lad. He of course knows the town of Wrexham AFC, knows the ambition we've got, and I'm sure he would love to excel at Wrexham AFC even further, and he's excelling at the minute in a really, really good environment, surrounded by experienced defenders, experienced players, and of course a manager who's been in the game for a hell of a long time. Brilliant atmosphere. I think that's the best I've seen it this season at the Racecourse ground. We turned up, the fans were good. We had the tifos out ready to support the boys. I think it was obviously good because it was consistent throughout the game. Let's hope we can keep that going. We've got a couple more big home games to go. I'm sure it'll be good against Crawley, good against Forest Green, and of course I don't have to say anything for that final game of the season against Stockport County. And talking at the minute of promotion push, big results in League 2 today. Notts County found a 93rd minute equaliser against MK Dons, which is big. It could be big for Wrexham AFC. Milton Keynes Dons played 42, sat on 71 points. Wrexham AFC played 40. We're sat on 73 points. If we can pull a big 3 points away at Doncaster tomorrow, it could happen. It could happen. Dare to dream, Wrexham AFC. If we win tomorrow, it means we only need 10 more points to secure promotion back to League 1. It's easier said than done. Touch wood that this can happen. If I'm sat in this seat in exactly a month's time talking about how Wrexham AFC are going to be playing the likes of Rotherham, possibly Sheffield Wednesday, maybe Birmingham City next year, genuinely don't know what I'd say. Crawley Town got a massive 4-0 away win versus Newport County. They're picking up some really good form towards the back end of the season, which of course is not a bad thing. We've still got them to play on a Tuesday night. Crew got dismantled at home to Forest Green Rovers. They sit 6th in the table. Stockport found a late winner, so yeah, Stockport County's return to League 1 is looking ever more likely, and it's just a battle between Mansfield, Wrexham and Milton Keynes Dons. So yeah, it's going to be a nervy last 6 games of the season. It all starts tomorrow if we get a big 3 points against Doncaster. In other news now, Welcome to Wrexham has been pushed back. Now the popular docuseries will now air on the 2nd of May instead of the 18th of April. I'm sure a lot of you will be disappointed, but I think we'd rather a well-produced documentary than a rushed one. Of course, they obviously weren't going to get everything ready. They're not going to rush it. They're not going to put it out for the sake of it. So yeah, it's been pushed back. So get your popcorn ready, 2nd of May. I've got a feeling this documentary is going to be better than the last 2 we've just watched. We've seen the descriptions. It looks tasty. It looks like it's going to be a really good watch, especially the first 2 series anyway. That is it. A big last couple of weeks of the season for Wrexham AFC. We've got 6 cup finals left. 4 wins will see us get promoted to League 1. It seems so close. I said this in the last video. It seems so close, but yes, so far. So the weeks are just going to trickle by, and if Wrexham keep winning, we'll only be 2 promotions away from the Premier League. What are those words? What are those words I've just said? It just seems like we're still stuck in the bottom end of the National League. This all seems like a fever dream. I know I say that every video, but if you watch back my previous videos from 4 or 5 years ago, you'll see why I'm just still in shock and can't comprehend everything that's going on at Wrexham AFC at the minute. So yeah, like I said, that is the end of today's video. If you enjoyed, make sure to drop a like. Get down there, click the red subscribe button with the notification bell on for all the best Wrexham AFC content on YouTube. And yeah, I'm going to enjoy tomorrow away at Doncaster Rovers, another away day. It'll be my final away day of the season, hopefully my final away day in League 2. Take care guys. If you're going to watch an iFollow, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Once you've obviously watched the Wrexham Doncaster game, I'll be putting a video up at the end of this week. Up the town.